Right. Hello, everybody,
Ready?
and welcome
And
to
welcome.
our final episode of Hymns of the Heretics. So we have all come a long way. Uh, are brave and curious and determined congregants um, have learned a lot since the beginning. They've learned things about themselves, who they are. They've learned about the truth that lies behind the veil, and they have seen inklings of a future um, that is bleak, but uh, that might be survivable under the right circumstances if prophecy is to be believed. So, last session, the mysterious guest of Nayeli has shared some worrying information with this sort of inner circle after, you know, a lot of painful um, awakening and insight. All of you are now the inner circle. And so this guest, uh, Nepentlotli, has shared that there's a thinning in the clinic of the compound, a place where a powerful force could break through and open or reopen a gate to a realm, a place that they term Inferno. You've been gathered by Nayeli and her husband, and um, in the ritual chamber, which is the kind of empty, um, the empty container that has been transformed by Andy's, not Andy, I'm sorry, Cole's wife Jenny into and Nayeli into um, a very uh, kind of delicately and carefully constructed um, space with symbols and sigils and um, carvings all across, like all over the inside of the space, all over the large wooden table and chairs that have been placed within. It is Nayeli's intent to begin tonight. However, Nepentlotli disagrees and thinks that measures should be taken to um, fully seal the um, the thinning that has occurred by the clinic. There are like a stack of books um, on the table, on the floors, um, that could be consulted. Um, After all this time and after all you've learned, what do you think? What should be done?
How long would this fortification take?
Um, Oatly responds, I'm not really sure. I would need someone to help me to do a bit of research. We could do it right now if you want. It wouldn't take but a couple of minutes to look.
Yeah, I
Um,
would I would help look. I mean,
okay. Go ahead and roll to investigate.
roll to investigate. Um, yeah, success.
Nice.
Perfect. You have become, Cole, more and more of an expert in these matters with the tutoring that you received from Nayeli, from Jenny, a couple of scans through the books, crack open the first group you grab, and there it is. Not only are you able to find kind of like the relevant procedure, but you're able to understand it fairly easily. Um, you know that it would take at least a night, and that you would have to use your dabbler in the occult efforts to make it work. So there's always a chance of failure.
So I would say all that to the others. What do you think?
I think we need to seal it. I can't imagine 8 or 10 hours making a world of difference. And if it's going to mean that we're safer,
At that statement from uh, Willow, you see like Nayeli's jaw clench.
So James, Freya, Marcia, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I got us here. I have no comment. I'm for whatever the group decides, since, I mean, it was a group fear kind of thing. I think James is just the impetus to the conversation.
All right, and of course Josh. Sorry.
Freya would side with wanting to do the keep to do the ritual to fix things before they try doing the main whole shebang. She kind of expressed like it's we're already risking our lives. I don't want to risk more than what we're already doing. It's already too much.
There is the saying, though, in for a penny, in for a pound. We're already risking so much.
Are you saying we should just go for it and do it now?
Josh kind of shrugs. Not the kind of person who likes putting things off.
That's why I have so much trust in you, Josh. Nayeli offers.
Marcia?
And you, Marcia?
I think we should wait and make it safe.
I just don't know if it's ever gonna be safe.
Safer?
Well, that's a metric that's hard to quantify, isn't it? Kind of smiles.
Cole would say, listen, if there's any chance of something coming out and hurting the people here, Jenny and Kaylee, on my mind, then I want to do everything I can to stop that first. So I say we spend, a couple of hours securing things before the ritual. We could do it in the morning. That's my vote.
Something could come crawling out of the pit. But remember, Nayeli is holding an iPad, and she has a little video prepped. She presses play, and there's video of a volcanic caldera in East Texas, surrounded by pines, a place where the ground buckled and the earth caved, and fumes and flame um, fill the fill that dip in the earth, a crater surrounded by pines. She flicks, and a little town in the hill country, looking like it's been battered by a riot or a hurricane. Smoke rising up from schoolhouses, their one church, their community center in flames. There's already a way for the denizens of hell to come here.
Wow.
Oatly crosses their arms and remains steadfast in their position that the group should seal the thinning before proceeding. Nageli and Josh want to move quickly. Cole and Marcia, Willow, and Freya want to wait.
Marcia wants to wait, but she's really torn, in all honesty. Like,
I'm torn too.
Do you want
Freya's
to
pretty
share it?
steadfast.
Freya is steadfast. Marcia and Cole, do you want to share your ambivalence in character? Or do you want to keep it a secret?
Oh no, I would share it and say that I didn't realize that there are other ways that these things can come through. So I don't know what the right thing to do is.
Just because there's other ways doesn't mean we should let them have one more way in here. If we can do something to limit that, shouldn't we?
We're supposed to be special or whatever. But I mean, if we're putting ourselves at risk while we do this and they kill us, take us out, I don't know what might happen. It would just all be for nothing.
I'd change my vote. I vote we go ahead and do it. I think maybe the sooner the better.
Marsha and Josh vote now.
You want us
Freya.
to go on either side? We're gonna
Freya.
visualize the vote.
Freya and Willow vote wait. James is going to go with the majority.
Oh, I didn't say
So
that.
Cole,
Did. Um,
James is clearly on team side of close it, but James doesn't care because his gut has been shot and he's dealing with that. He facilitated the conversation, and in his mind, he's just hoping people will stop asking him questions. And he's probably, if it's like, "What do you think, James?" He's probably like, "Yeah," on the couch because he's not drinking right now because he's being good.
don't roll your eyes so fucking hard.
so I have a question. Spackley. Based on my research that I just did,
Mhm.
if I make some sort of a fumble in trying to do a ritual to close the thinning, what could be the repercussions of that?
Oh, you could bust it open.
So it's possible the whole thing would backfire anyway.
Yeah.
I would say that too.
But you know that with enough help,
Yeah.
you could really shore yourself up against failure.
Who else has Dabbler?
Not
do.
everyone would. You don't need to have Dabbler to help.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All you have to so Oatly would cut in. You don't need to be trained in the occult arts to help with this. All you need, believe it or not, is to have faith.
What
And
about
then
Buck Frey's
Cole.
not going to be much help.
Yeah.
Cole would look at Nayeli and say, "You've been such a good leader to us, and I do have faith in your ability to lead us. But my heart tells me that we just need to spend just a little more time making things safe for those that are here." And so I vote to try to close it.
James, you could prolong this discussion.
No, I already
Or-
voted. We're closing it. So if that's
Oh.
what we've got, yeah, like I'm not. Sorry.
Oh, wait. You're voting to close it?
Yeah.
And Cole is too. Okay, so now we're at a majority.
Yeah.
Josh and Marsha, do you wish to stand your ground, or will you cooperate?
Once they
Josh
stand their
can't
ground to
do a
Josh.
ritual. Like I was just like, I don't want to sit around and jerk myself off, but like, that's what we're gonna do, I guess.
Do you say that?
No,
In character?
no.
Oh.
That is very out of character for Josh.
But not for Zach.
Love you, buddy.
I just wanted a little moment of like
That's
James
funny.
imagining Josh jerking off, but
I
it's not
think
gonna
Josh
happen.
would say
That's
something more
okay.
like, "We'll
I think
be
that
busy
was-
here cranking our hogs."
Oh no, not pranking hogs.
Sharking the
Oh,
penis.
not jorking.
Spray would just
Okay.
walk out.
James laughing so hard his gut just fills out.
Ew.
Oh,
Okay, this isn't Tuesday game.
He really bust a gut. He really bust-
You can't roll Constitution to not
yeah.
spill your innards. Okay,
Roll to keep it together, literally.
roll to keep it together. Right.
Marsha's gonna ask Freya, what are they talking about?
I don't know.
The delirium lifts. It seems like Marsha, the majority wants to take this extra precaution. Do you cooperate?
Yeah, cause yeah, of
Okay.
course.
So, with the help of Oatly, between Willow and Cole and James, um, who all have some experience in dabbling, you are able to really put together what seems like a solid plan. Scrubbing with salt, burning incense, saying 40 different prayers, some backwards, some in their original Aramaic, some in a language you don't recognize. Among the three of you, you can determine that it's likely to succeed, especially if others, especially if you can get at least all of the inner circle to participate in prayer. It'll take the evening, all of this evening, to set it up and to start it. And it'll be done in the morning. You don't have to be up all night tending to it, but it won't be complete, and you won't know if it's worked until sunrise. You have to decide who is going to lead the endeavor. That person will roll Dabbler in the Occult. And the rest of you, if you choose to, you can roll to help or hinder with Soul.
Is Dabbler a soul check?
I want to say probably. Yeah.
Okay, because I have a +4 soul, so
Okay.
not that I'm volunteering, but since
-2.
I kind of dragged us here.
Okay. James seems like a likely candidate to lead this ritual. What about Cole and Willow? Andy, you're muted.
Thank you. If James feels strongly about leading it, that's fine.
Yeah.
Cole would do it if no one else wanted to do it.
There.
My soul is 0. So
Okay, mine is +4 as well.
Oh, I mean, if Cole wants to do it, go ahead.
No, I don't. You said you wanted to do it, so
No, I mean, the only reason
it's all on you, James.
only reason I was volunteering is because you messed it up in the first place. So I was just gonna go ahead and fix it. Is all.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Why don't you fix up my mistake?
I cannot wait to roll terribly.
So before you do your dabbler in the occult,
How's the
everyone that agrees to support and to help can, even if you aren't, well, the only person who is likely to really be a detriment is probably Josh, who's rolling with a negative to soul.
I got as much soul as you expect a white guy from Texas to have.
That is fair.
Listen, my husband has soul, okay?
I was about to say reverse racism.
It's your channel. You can get it canceled if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I do it every week. Why not?
He loves Zydeco music, okay?
Oh, Kimmy.
Is that a Texas thing?
It's a New Orleans thing.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Oh my god.
I got a partial.
Okay. Anybody else rolling to help?
I'm rolling.
Okay.
Freya would try. I don't know how
Okay.
successful she's gonna be, but let's see.
Oh, Willow.
Yeah.
I think Josh knows his place and is not going to do that.
Oh,
Freya should not have
Freya.
tried.
Freya and I are just over here like, nope.
Oh,
Just like messing
God.
stuff up, stepping in everything.
It's okay. You're still not feeling well from the hospital. Just take a seat.
I got to shine last week, so
It's another instance
Well.
of everyone being like, "Oh man, you're wounded. Take the load off." James, I'm so sorry.
James is just leading it.
I'm bleeding. Okay, sorry. So plus
So
2.
you have a +2.
Okay.
With multiple unintended consequences.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice job. That's a
That
good
is a
success.
very juicy success.
Yeah.
Very, very juicy. Beautiful success. So as the evening wears on, James, you are clutching your side. You have been through so much. Your body has experienced so much physical trauma, and this actually is a key component in the ritual. The presence of your pain is what propels your power, your focus, and it, with the help of Marsha's steady chanting and with the help of Cole's own occult expertise, you are able to predict with great certainty as you finish um, all of the praying and the salt scrubbing and the burning that come morning, with the thinning will be done, will be gone, and you will be and the compound will be a truly safe place to work your ritual.
Give them a thumbs up. And I assume I have to keep at it for the evening, but yeah, I'm assuming I come to the conclusion that I've got it locked somewhere in the midst and take over from there. I slept most of the day, so.
And you don't have to. I mean, I think you know that you don't have to like watch it overnight. What's done is done. It just will now take time for the effect to to be done, to for the effect to like activate or whatever. So, um, Nayeli looks nervous. You notice her kind of biting her nails, kind of like attached to the iPad, constantly flipping through it, looking at news stories. Um, the whenever there's a moment of calm after the ritual is complete, she gathers you and begins to share more of the news. The pine forests in the east um, are going up in flames. A fire has spread throughout the eastern region of Texas, and it is threatening to engulf not just the unbroken swaths of forest, but all of the rural and suburban communities that are nestled in between the thickets of pine. You also see that the violence in Snook, which the news reports don't really seem to be able to identify um, with any degree of certainty, is also spreading to other nearby towns. Um, in some cases, um, centers of worship are targeted, schools, homes, grocery stores. Um, the kind of concentric ripples of destruction are beginning to expand. Night falls. What do you do?
Dream.
Is there a way to sort of, so we don't know, like the thinning, is it in any particular specific location?
Yeah, it's at the clinic.
Okay, so I could we like watch? I guess I want to post up there maybe and kind of spend the night
You
making
can.
sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you can. James knows with great certainty that it's pretty much like it should be fine.
Okay,
If something tries to break through, I mean, you're probably not going to be able to stop it.
okay. If that's the
You,
case, then I would be
mhm,
with Jenny and Kaylee.
okay,
I would like to dream.
okay.
I
Before we get into your dream, let's see if anybody else is doing anything, and then we will return to the dreaming. Uh, Marcia, what do you think?
I think Marsha's panicking
Okay.
a little bit, and then probably holding on to her new Bible and saying prayers and just hoping that they start this uh ritual soon.
Yeah.
Freya looks at Marcia and kind of like pats her shoulder, not entirely sure what else to do to be supportive in the moment.
I think Willow would also be praying more like a calm approach, like things kind of start to are finally making sense. That this is just something that they're ready for, regardless of what happened.
Um, do you two seek community in prayer, or do you do it alone?
If Marsha sees Willow praying, she's going to join them in prayer.
Besties.
Yeah, I think maybe if we can just kind of be there, like join each other if anybody else happens to be around, kind of exist together.
Oh, Jenny's there immediately before retiring to bed with her husband. Nayeli and her husband pray with you too.
Great.
And soon enough, other people in the house, other congregants that typically sleep outside, many of them gather and hold hands. And they utter prayers of protection for their chosen few. Freya, do you sit by, observe?
Freya would for a minute or two and then get really uncomfortable and kind of just like slink out the door.
And slink away?
Yeah. She doesn't do prayer.
Same. What about Josh?
Um, I don't know if Josh would do prayer either. Like, this is
Mm,
totally not. I mean, qu- probably quietly and respectfully just staying in the room, but not doing anything to interfere with anything. Does that make sense?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like, this is not his forte, so all I'm just trying to do is not make things worse.
Yeah. Over, you landed here knowing yourself. And it doesn't matter how much you learn about yourself or about the world and about the truth. Your core doesn't waver.
Mhm.
James, before you dream,
Mm-hmm.
you know that with a little bit of help, you could have a greater chance of succeeding in your endeavors in the dream. Um, or you can take your chances.
Who would I be asking from?
You know that anybody with a powerful spirit could help to calm and clear your mind. Willow, for example. Or wait, Cole, for example, is someone who um, has a powerful spirit.
I don't know if I trust him enough because he's going to ask why.
Yeah, he might.
I'd go to Freya.
Okay.
I mean, Freya would be down to help, but also have no clue
Well, let me
how.
sell it to you first. It, it doesn't bother you that Nayeli was a little bit forceful and focused on getting the ritual done as soon as possible, despite the risks.
I mean, I I don't know. I don't really trust her still.
Yeah.
It's
So
complicated, I guess.
I agree. And the other part of it is we don't really know our new friend very well either, and what they brought into the community. When we were in the dream world together, we didn't have to enter into Marsha's dream to see that there was something fucked with it. So we don't have to go in there. We don't have to invade their privacy. We can just look at their eye hole, and then together we can inspect it and see if there's any vile magics or anything that might be corrupting them or something. That's my goal. And since I'm not really super cognizant right now, all things considered, uh, if you had to choose to uh, trust with everything, if you had to choose to trust Cole and Willow in these perhaps last moments, would you, or do you think we should check them out too?
I I think they're okay. I mean, Willow can be creepy. I
Yeah.
mean, they're always seducing people. That's a
Well,
little
it's not that.
uncomfortable.
It's not
But
that. It's the
aside from
piousness.
that,
Creepy?
It's the piousness that gets me. I just don't understand their drive. They're an educator. I, I don't understand how they can be so close-minded. So, anyway, um, okay, we'll just take a look. Take a look. We're not going in into anybody's dreams. We're not invading any privacy. We're just taking a gander at the field. If we see anything fucked up while we're there, we'll decide whether or not we need to look at anybody else. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So I'll hang out with Freya in the room I assume I was assigned to kind of sleep in alone, since I have a gunshot wound and most people aren't really chill sleeping with somebody, sleeping in the same room as somebody who might smell like death.
Yeah,
I mean, you have
well,
received enough first aid where I don't think your wound is like necrotic or
Sure,
anything.
sure.
Um, but you also know that everybody right now is praying. You probably haven't had a roommate for a while, as people have been kind of running around doing stuff, staying up. So you can expect to have privacy in the room.
Then yeah, we'll head to bed then, if whenever you're ready, Freya. That's weird.
I mean, it still sounds kind of, I don't know, like we're not going in their dreams, but aren't we like, I don't know, still creeping on them?
If you want me to back off of it, I will. It's the only thing I can think to do. And I, the conversation with Nayeli didn't work. There was no arguing. She was very frustrated at the fact that we were hindering. So, if you don't want to do it, we don't have to do it. I mean, I know if you don't do it, I'm not gonna.
I I don't know. I don't know that I feel comfortable doing that. I guess when you asked for help, I thought, I don't know, something that wasn't still sort of like a invasion of privacy.
We're not invading anybody's privacy. We're just looking at them differently.
But they don't know we're looking, and that feels
So, in that same subject matter, you just described how you don't trust Nayeli. She doesn't know that you don't trust her. You're looking at her suspiciously. Do we need? I mean, I'll go tell her real quick if you want me to.
I
Or would that
mean,
be a weird
if you can,
conversation and not one
I think
that's
she already
warranted?
knows.
Probably. And she knows I can look at her differently. I'm not going to invade her privacy. I'm just going to look at her from a different angle.
The more you talk, the more Freya just seems to grow uncomfortable. I feel like she was more willing to help before you actually tried selling her.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if she wants to back out, he said he's not going to do it if she doesn't want to help. So,
Yeah, no, that's she feels creepy about it.
okay. And I will say that if it does turn out to be something horrific and horrible,
So let's do this, actually. Because we're having this sort of like moment of influence, um, James, roll to influence other.
sure,
There you go.
I failed.
Yeah, no, she ain't doing anything. She
There
just,
really
I
is
don't know,
no
like
effect. unless, you know, uh, unless Freya wants to make a move against James.
No,
No,
she just kind of
is
seems
out.
uncomfortable. I was like, I think I'm gonna head out. Yeah.
Yeah, and he'll just say his parting shot. If it turns out that something was awry and we have problems or complications tomorrow, then we'll just deal with it. Have a good night. And he'll lay down.
James, are you gonna dream anyway?
Yep.
Knew it.
Go ahead and roll your advantage.
Bet. I'm going to die in my dreams. I got a failure by 1.
Well, let's see. You engage the dream,
Mhm.
as you typically do. And you see the field. You see the holes. And you know where to go.
Look at Niallie's hole.
Whoa!
Oh, fuck!
Oh my
I didn't even
God!
think of it like that, you pervert.
Oh my God! What the
Why'd you
fuck?
make them have holes in the dream space if you didn't want me to look in people's holes?
Their eyes.
Okay, I look
Their
into the
Their
eyes.
eye
eye.
holes,
Sorry.
no other holes.
You look at Nayeli's eye, and this wow, I'm a terrible human person for not having this ready.
Yeah, it's okay. You know
Now,
what? You can just say that I find my way back and we're cool.
oh, that is such a cute
You know, as an
idea.
option, you could just
A
let
very
bygones be bygones, and just
sweet idea that is definitely not going to happen.
Sure. Yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense. Thanks, Freya.
So this is the so you see an eye, Nayeli is Mexican American. She has brown eyes. And you see the iris looking normal. Then in the center, where the pupil would normally be, you see this. And if you could
What
tell
am
me, it's going to be in the chat in Discord.
Okay. Okay.
So if you could try to roll reason or investigation to, let's say, to recall
Dabbler doesn't
things
help.
that you have seen.
No dabbler here.
No, Dabbler wouldn't help you with this.
Okay. So then reason or investigate?
Investigation, right.
Okay.
And we'll say a success is that you have seen this and that you remember. Beautiful. You recall that this is the uh, seal of Malkuth.
Okay. That seems
It is a seal that let's use what?
that seems copacetic. We're cool. We're chill with that.
I'm sorry, can you Oh,
Oh,
right. Yeah.
yeah. We love that. Is
Okay.
she still lagging or am I lagging?
It's probably me. My internet
Yeah, it seems so.
is Texas internet. All right. So you don't have any concerns about Neely?
Yep, checking the oh, I can't remember. Oatly. Checking their eye.
Okay. When you look at Oatly, they have a fairly, again, normal, uh, kind of brown iris, black pupil, and you can very, 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 very faintly also detect another seal. It is different, and it. What did you roll on your
15.
investigation roll? 15. I'll give you this one too.
Appreciate it. I was gonna ask if I could let it ride.
Yeah.
Pretty big number. Come on.
So this is the uh, seal of Togarini. Togarini is an infernal power. It's faint. It's not as bold and as like, when you look into Nayeli's eye, it's like the presence of Malkuth is powerfully there, protecting and possessing and occupying. This is sort of like
Residual.
residual, faint.
Sure. I'm okay with that. I'm pretty sure that there's some folks in present who have. I mean, I'm sure Marsha's has probably got similar. So
Mhm.
I won't check and compare and contrast, but I will final check Cole and Willow. Although I'm pretty sure Willow's going to be fine.
There you see the seal of Malkuth blazing with divine radiance in um both of their eyes.
I'm going to give you a perfect opportunity to keep me locked in here. I'm going to look for my own eye. Yeah. No, no, no. So yeah,
Oh,
I failed. It says I'm lost in the dream and I can't wake up until I find my way back. I'm giving you a perfect because once I see Cole and Willows, I'm kind of like,
what about me?
am I the same? Is
Am I cool? Am I
and,
cool?
and then I'm just like, gotta find my eye.
Whoa, whoa,
Is it
whoa,
here?
whoa.
Either it's not here and it's gonna take me forever to find it and I lose my way, or I find it and that's a problem because dividing by zero. So yeah,
Yeah, just thinking, just the thought of like, oh, what about my eye? It sends you lurching. It's like being on on that like ride at the amusement park that like drops you.
mm.
But it doesn't stop that feeling. You're still there, standing um at the field of eyes, but you are lost in the grip of vertigo. Go ahead and roll to keep it together.
Okay.
It's like taking a sock and like tucking it up into itself. It's
I'm assuming this
you
is life changing,
just don't do it.
right? This would be life changing drama.
I mean, I don't know, because you don't see it. Like you're not able to do it. Like trying to do it is extremely disorienting and painful and fucked, but it is not ruining your life because you're not really seeing anything. So go ahead and take two stability loss.
Put me at anxious.
That's reasonable. Okay. So you are, existing in your dreaming nightmare. Um, the night wears on. That communal prayer begins to wane. The least devout leave right away. Freya, right? And then in concentric circles, people begin to tire out and retire. the most fervent remain in the early hours of the morning. Jenny, her prayers take on this like fanatical volume and intensity, her eyes pouring with tears, her voice hoarse. She pleads with every unseen force to protect her chosen. As it grows late and you tire, do you go to bed?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you leave Jenny to continue her unraveling prayer?
No, I would want her to come with and have Kaylee with us in the bed before this all happens in the morning. Sort of one night together.
You're able to guide her easily, and the three of you retire. Cool.
Yeah.
Willow. It grows late. Will you stay up all night praying, or will you go to bed?
I think Willow would stay up. I
Okay.
think time just kind of, as it happens in real life for me pretty often, time just kind of slips by. They don't realize.
Okay. Cody, just like Willow, serial seducer and insomniac. Got it.
And notoriously great liar.
And notoriously great liar. Exactly. All right. What about Marsha?
So I think Marsha would try to stay up and would probably fall asleep in the process of praying in the room she was praying with people.
Yeah. Just kind of, eyes down, hands folded in prayer, and then suddenly, right?
Yep.
Josh, you see your dear friend Marsha doze off mid prayer.
Can he like kind of nudge her?
Yeah.
Trying, I don't know, see if she's actually asleep.
You feel that nudge, Marsha, and are startled awake.
She startles awake and just keeps praying like she was never asleep.
Okay. Typical Marsha. Just, it's fine, everything's fine. Keeping prayerful.
It's good. Just bottle that up. Pretend like it didn't happen.
Josh, do you retire or do you continue to keep watch?
I think so. I think I keep watching
Okay.
after that little moment.
Mhm. Freya, have you gone to bed?
Um, yeah, definitely.
Freya's like, you know what? I'm done
Just fuck all this.
with with you freaks. Fair. Okay. At around 3 a.m., probably those of you that are awake hear it. and those of you that are asleep are awakened by it. Sound of gunfire, AK-47s going off, the shouts of congregants at first calling out warning, then screaming in pain. And with that, we'll take a little break. Can we do 5 minutes?
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay, see you at 7:05. Right. Everyone except for James hears or is awakened by the sound of um, gunfire, the sounds of screaming, of warning, of pain, of dying. What do you do?
I would tell Jenny and Kaylee to hide, and I would sort of peek out to see what's happening.
How old is Kaylee?
3.
You peek out into the hallway and see commotion, people running. You hear Nayeli's voice ring out. We're being attacked again!
Is my room anywhere near Josh's? Or is
Um,
Josh outside? Or how does...
Josh, you know that Josh typically sleeps in a tent. Um, outside, out above the table, out of character, we know that Josh is hanging out indoors uh, with the prayer team. That's where you last saw him, actually.
Okay. Then I would sort of run to that location to see if he's up and sort of taking any role in defense.
Josh, you might have been dozing off a little bit, but the sounds of violence snap you out of, out of your exhaustion as the adrenaline kicks in. What are you doing? And Josh, if you're talking, you're muted.
I was getting there. Yeah, sorry. I I imagine immediately he draws the weapon that I imagine is always on him because it's Josh, and is going to step out of the room and into the hallway and start heading towards the noise, just in that general direction to get a clock on what's happening.
Yeah, you can tell that that it is not coming from the front like it did before, but rather from the side of the house, um, from where like there's like a fence between the compound property and like the next property over, which is probably cows and grass or whatever.
Right.
Um, okay, so you start heading that way. Um, Marsha, what are you doing? Marsha, if you're talking, you're muted. Marsha's lost to prayer. What about Freya?
Freya very cautiously kind of looks out into the hallway, tries to see if there's a clear path to try and find Marcia.
Okay. Yeah, you know that you can the last time you saw Marsha, she was downstairs um praying in like the communal area, a communal room.
Okay, yeah, she would do that. And actually, I forgot I have sneak. So
Oh, yeah, roll it.
yeah, let's try that and see how well she sneaks. Not well at all.
Well,
Well, you rolled a 2, which is the
something.
worst roll I have seen the entire time that we have been playing this game. Um, let's see. Okay, so you are able to at least choose one of them. So it's not like a full failure, really.
Yeah. So she would find an alternate route to avoid encountering people along the
Great.
way.
So you very easily slink against the walls, dodge and duck, and you're able to get to the communal area where you see Marsha. You catch a glimpse of Josh, like um, readying his weapon and moving like away from this communal area towards the side of the house, and you see Cole kind of like running down the stairs. Um, what about Willow?
Willow, I guess, would be up pretty quickly.
Mhm.
Um, Probably running, but carefully so because they're not much of a fighter. Over to the side of the house just to see what's going on.
Okay. Like to a window?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Or if there's like an outdoor guard post that's kind of close to the house, maybe there.
Okay.
But yeah, somewhere that's still relatively safe.
Yeah, I would say safest place in the house, at the window.
Yeah, let's go
You
there.
look out the window and moving very quickly, uh, like a fast animal, is a thing about twice as long or as tall as a person. It looks like it what it looks like somebody took a person, peeled them, and then stitched them back together. Um, Probably a couple of people. There's the arms are so long, the legs are so long. The arms end in sharp blade-like instruments, kind of like a praying mantis, um, but it looks suspiciously like it was made out of human flesh. Since you have Dabbler in the occult, go ahead and roll an investigate roll to see if you can recall what this is.
19.
You know that this is a Razide. A Razide is a thing that has been reconstructed by an infernal power. At some point, it was a person, and in hell, it was made into this. It has gaping jaws, dripping thick drool, and its sharp, blade-like appendages are tearing into your congregation. Marsha, are you back?
Yes, I'm sorry.
No worries at all. Did you catch any of that description?
Yes.
Okay. So you um were in this communal living area in the house. You're not really seeing anything. You hear screams, you hear gunshots, gunfire, you hear Nayeli yelling. We're under attack again. What do you do?
Think she would be curious to see and would try to see what she's under attack because she's wondering if it's the people from Snook.
Okay. You run into Freya as you move towards the side of the house where all the noise and commotion is coming from.
Well, what are we under attack? What's happening?
I don't know. I just heard gunshots and screams, and I haven't seen anyone yet, thankfully. I think I avoided them.
I have to see. I have to see what it is.
You've got to be careful. What if someone sees you? What if someone attacks you?
I I I just gotta see. I just want to make sure. And she wouldn't say anymore and try to run off to go look out a window or something.
You catch up to Willow, and Willow, I imagine you stand there and get in a gape for a moment as Marsha catches up.
Yeah, that's probably accurate.
Okay.
Um, maybe shout something out if I can, if I know anything about it, but I probably don't in terms of combat. So
Yeah. In terms of combat, I mean that's a nice little juicy 19. What we'll say is that if anybody seeks to you know what? Go ahead and roll a help or hinder with reason. And anyone that rolls against the creature will get a bonus.
I just noticed these are not in alphabetical order.
They're probably not.
Well, that's a 9.
That's pretty bad.
It's not a two, though.
It's not a 2.
It's not a two. So we'll just say you know what it is, but you don't know anything specific about hurting it. Um,
I just kind of uselessly shout out what it is, and just hope that that helps.
yeah. Freya, do you follow Marsha?
She does. There's
Okay,
safety in numbers, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
sure. Out the window, you can see this thing just sinking its um claws, appendages into um, you know, people who have been your neighbors, who have been living in your community.
Uh,
Cool. Oh, I'm sorry, Marsha, go ahead.
would divine work against the?
Sure would.
Okay, can I use divine? Or try to?
Roll it. That is beautiful.
So
That's
she's.
weird that it only lists two. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, that's true, and it says choose up to 3.
Let me check the book while you let me know what you want to do.
I think Marshall would just yell stop out of instinct and not realize that uh yelling stop is what caused the creature to stop. Like she doesn't know she's doing it.
Well, Marsha, your skin, eyes, hair are lit ablaze with that radiant energy that you saw a long time ago in old Ethel. Who knows where the fuck Ethel is right now, anyway?
I was gonna say, how is Ethel?
You have seen it in Cole. You have seen it. Um, yeah, I think those are the main places where you've seen this light, and now it is enveloping you. You've seen it on yourself before. Your voice reverberates. Freya and Willow hear it clearly, and you speak not in English, Not an Aramaic or Greek or Hebrew, but an older tongue. The oldest tongue. And the thing, it's mangled and reconstructed, gleaming head spins to look at you and it stops.
Just stares at it.
Cole, do you follow the noise?
Yes.
You witness Marsha's um, sort of divine unfolding, and you see her command the creature.
Are there other creatures nearby or just the one?
Roll to observe.
Okay. Nope.
Well, you can ask a question.
Okay.
You just would have to pay for it.
What is my best way through this?
I will let you have information if we say that in the ruckus and as a measure of protection and fear, you grabbed your grandpa's journal
Yes.
and brought it with you. Okay.
Yeah,
Lose a
I was always
memory.
going to say yes.
Lose a treasured memory.
I will lose the memory of the day when I was little and Willow was brought home from the hospital.
Yeah. It's fucked
Ouch.
up. You no longer remember your little sibling being born. But, like a radar, your divine, like your divinely inspired senses ping, ping, ping. You know that there are more of these things. You can sense it, you can feel their kind of disgusting aura. Um, and then if you focus intensely, you can hear its uh, feet kind of scratching on the walls as it's sort of like crawling around on the walls of the house.
Above or inside? Like
Not inside,
okay.
outside.
Okay. Um, okay. Do I have a sense of where they're going to try to enter? Like a window or a
Yeah,
door?
you look and you notice that there's like several, weak points. There's windows, there's like the back door to the kitchen, which is usually unlocked.
So I would like
Um,
to sort of post up at one of those, and when I see one or more, I would like to try to use my inner power.
okay. Yeah, you run, let's say, to the back door.
Okay.
Okay. Um, Josh, as you kind of like flip into, defender mode, you get to a point where you're outside, you see a flash of radiant light, the thing in front of you or before you suddenly stops, and its sunken, uh, gloomy and haunted eyes look forward, it would be very easy to get in a shot.
I will do so.
You can roll with a +4 to your attack, to your what is it? Engage in combat.
You said +4?
Yeah.
Heard.
Beautiful. It is not able to defend itself, and you blow a hole in its chest, and it crumples forward. The three of you that are watching the window you see this thing crumple as Josh ends its um, hideous suffering.
Was that it? Was that all? Were there more?
There's more.
Well, you're not near them.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Marsh,
Should we look around?
yeah, if you decide to look for more, you can use your observe the situation, and if you succeed, you'll get some more info. Or you could pay a price.
I have the observant advantage. Would that work? Or no?
Well, let's see what it does.
I'll just.
Observant.
Oh, it's passive.
No, but that's good. Oh, okay. That's for read a person.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and yeah, if you want to figure out if there's more things, you can roll to observe a situation. That includes Josh, Willow, Freya, and Marsha.
Let's see.
Marsha, you very clearly hear, like, even as you're kind of like still riding this wave of like intense divine like mania and like extreme sensitivity, your like super powered angel ears hear a thing crawling on the other side of the house on the outside. You know for a fact that's where it is.
Would yell out the window to Josh. There's more on the other side of the house.
Starts running that way.
Marsha, do you also go that way but indoors?
I would kind of turn and look at Willow and
Okay.
Freya and see what. Do we go or do we hide? What do?
I mean, you've got this super glowy power. I guess we gotta help.
Theoretically, we all do. Only one way to find out if it worked.
Says Willow with their hoe powers.
Yeah, basically. Just gonna hoe my way out of this situation.
You
Seduce
haven't tried
everyone.
it yet. It might work.
At least you guys
Yeah.
have powers.
You have the greatest power of all, America.
I thought you say friendship.
I was gonna say being hot.
I should have said friendship. That would have been better. You're smart.
John, you're getting too patriotic. The
Cancel
channel is
again.
canceled.
Cancel again.
That's it.
I'll be honest. For the last
That's what pushes it overboard.
for the last 3 minutes, my cat dropped a whisker, and I've been trying to put it on the top of his head. So I am paying attention, but also that. So
That is very cute. Okay. Cole, you're at the kitchen door. You hear scraping, skittering. Your intuition is good. Um, the thing crashes a elongated, sharp, bladed, scythe-like appendage through the screen of the back door. You can roll to use your
Power.
advantage.
Like this. Comes out.
Yeah, you and it screeches, it howls, its flesh begins to sizzle and crisp, like ribs falling off the bone,
or an archivist.
or like an archivist. Who knows? Maybe this was the archivist at one point. It's still moving. It's still crawling. It's still trying to make its way into the house. Freya, Marcia, Willow, the three of you Scooby-Doo gang it all the way to the other side of the house. Meanwhile, Josh runs. It's hard for you to see it if you are indoors because it is on the wall. If you stick your head out, you might be able to see it more closely. But for you, Josh, it is right there. It is long, sinewy, muscular, glistening, crawling, scraping. What do y'all do?
Freya's gonna like kind of hide behind Marcia a little bit. Like she doesn't really have that many powers or anything besides trying to persuade people occasionally.
Yeah, I mean, the trick worked last time. Josh is probably waiting for that same shit and lining up a shot. But if it doesn't freeze soon, like.
So, where did we run to?
You run across the house to the other side. You know that there's one of those things crawling on the wall outside. It's hard for you to see it, Marcia. You know it's there, but you know you're going to have to open up a window and pop your head out if you're going to be able to enact your power on it.
I do not want to open a window. I want to go out a door.
Okay.
I
You could
would.
go out the front door and then go around, or you could go out the back door and go around.
Okay. I guess whatever door is closest.
The front door.
Okay, front door. Definitely not opening a window. Afraid of getting my head like chopped off like it's a guillotine.
I wonder if this is a Marcia fear or a Kimmy fear.
Not just like
Interesting. Okay.
too many scary movie.
So you fucking run out the front door, turn the corner, you're right behind Josh, and you see the thing. As you run, as Josh is waiting for you to do your thing, it leaps and it attempts to behead Josh. Josh, go ahead and roll to avoid harm. That is 4 harm.
Josh, you're just living my nightmare now. I didn't want to stick my head out a window to be beheaded. Oh.
Ooh.
Ouch. You probably hear Marcia behind you, her feet kind of scraping on the grass, and you twitch your head just a little bit to look back, And in that moment, the thing leaps. Um, let's see, where are you at in terms of wounds,
So you want
Josh?
endure injury?
Yeah, go ahead and endure injury. And it's 4 harm.
Oh, oh boy.
Failure.
Sorry.
So, go ahead and take another wound. Wow, you've got a lot of wounds.
Don't worry about me. I'm good. Most wounds are healed.
Josh is just like a receptacle for pain. And you feel the ragged but sharp um like blade of its appendage just like tear through the side of your neck. And it doesn't behead you, um, but it very, very dearly fucks you up. Oh, you do ignore your injury. Very nice.
This is what I was built for.
You're like, I don't have any powers.
And then he's Wolverine.
You like glow with divine light as this thing is trying to fucking wreck you, and it lands a hit, but you're still up.
It still hurts like hell.
It hurts.
But drop in a minute, but I'm up for now.
Marcia, you want to do your thing?
Yeah, she'd probably scream first and be like, no, stop. And
That's it. That's it. That is the trigger. Go ahead and roll your divine ability. You can do one.
command it.
Yeah, you command it to stop. Josh, I won't even really make you roll at this point. You fire off your weapon and it's destroyed. We return to Cole.
Yep.
Uh, Cole, the thing is not dead yet. It is um back up on its long, teetering, crunching hind legs, and it lunges towards the door, attempting to break it down and crush you beneath it.
Oh
Roll to avoid injury,
boy.
or avoid harm, rather.
Yeah, I failed.
You fail. Go ahead and roll to endure injury. It'll be 4 injury or 4 harm.
I failed.
Yeah, you are crushed beneath the um. Oh, you don't. Do you have any wounds? Oh
No.
yeah, you're all burned. Oh, gross.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
burned. Yeah, I'm burned.
So
Perfect.
you will also now have a broken knee.
Mm.
You
I
can try
cry out.
to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you cry out,
I cry out in pain. Yeah.
and you could try to use an advantage to finish it off.
Um. Yeah, the inner power again, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's enough to finish it off. It is on top of you, the door crushing your leg, and you unleash your divine radiance. Finish cooking it. Well done.
Does the door fly off?
No,
Oh crap!
you're still under it.
Oh no!
I mean, you're not paralyzed. You
Right.
can crawl out,
I
but
will.
your knee is in a great deal of pain.
Okay. I would call out for help.
James.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Would this temporally be about the same time I'm inspecting the eye?
Yeah, time is wonky, right? So I think, we can say that as the compound is attacked again, you are entering your loop or whatever.
Could I tell that that pain just appeared based on the eye?
Hmm. Well,
Like the flame dims or something of
roll
the
your dream ability again, and let's see.
okay, well, I'm gonna
Let's
fail
leave
that.
it up to chance.
Partial.
Okay, yeah. So, you are able to like kind of proc as like sleep begins to like end for each person. Like boom, 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 boom. People are waking up all around you, and that snaps you out of your moment. Um, and reverberating through your um through this sanctuary of yours, you feel that pain. It's not a perfect like, oh, there she is, she's in pain because
Yeah,
he's awake. But
I guess
you
the
can,
main thing is like
yeah.
I feel Cole is in pain. I'm
Hmm.
trying to at this point, like as I'm kind of trying to compare and contrast my eye to his,
Hmm.
just to know since I'm seeing it wane, I'm gonna try and use my lay on hands feature through the dream to take his broken knee and put it on myself.
Oh, oh, wow.
I'm already
That
bedridden.
is so.
And
That's amazing.
I want it for like a narrative purpose, like as he's
No, I
crawling.
wanted to say what it was, but I can't say it because you'll get punished.
Oh,
Um,
type it
and
out somewhere.
but it is great. I love
I
it.
I want to say that like I want like as he's calling out and like for help,
Hmm.
just he hears James go, "I've got to stop this," and then like totally unrelated because I'm seeing the pain in the eye. I'm
Hmm.
not seeing the
Hmm.
actual pain, and then the flop happens. So I would,
Ooh,
according to a trick here, I'm gonna go ahead and eat that wound.
that's epic. Wow.
Um, yeah, Cole, you hear like a reverse crunch as your knee like knits itself together. And then you hear a scream from within the house as the terrible pain of a knee ripping apart is endured by your friend James,
Do I
your friend, but your fellow congregant James.
do I understand that that's what's happening, or do I just understand the pain's gone?
Would he hear my voice when I'm saying it for the lay on hands purposes?
Yeah, like
Would he hear
I don't
James
know. I
speak
mean,
through it?
honestly, like, I don't think so.
You're not even
I
gonna give
think
me
this
credit
is,
for this.
I think this is, I
I
think,
wanna come to your help now if I can.
one, I love not giving James credit. Two,
We've noticed. We've
um,
been known.
But he screamed though.
two, I think it is sort of such a weird thing
Yeah.
that it's hard to like process it and to know.
Hmm.
So you feel your knee knit back together. You have like a memory of James's voice. But could you say, oh yeah, James definitely like took on my injury? I don't know that you can
Hmm.
process that.
Hmm.
Um,
Just
but
one follow up
yeah.
question. Knee break agony.
Mhm.
Am I still in the field of dreams
No,
or
it wakes you up.
perfect? We did it.
So your pain wakes you up, and Cole, you can hear,
Hmm.
you
So
can
I would try to
hear his
crawl out from
screaming.
under the door and go in that direction.
Yeah, you easily crawl out, and you can go up the stairs to find James screaming in agony.
Yeah, so I would go to him and would I know if there's any way I could just sort of superficially treat that wound?
James is so fucked up
Oh,
at
if he
this
runs
point.
into my room, I'd be like, "What are you doing? Are we under attack?" Looking around and hearing the because there's still gunshots, right? We haven't won half of the.
I think that we're done. I
Oh,
think that
okay.
all of the things have been
Then yeah, I'm just screaming at you.
um okay.
I say, what happened? What happened?
Um. I would
Okay.
scream at you, but my wife's
Yeah.
in the other room.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at this point, seeing this, Cole can add two and two together.
Yeah. So he would be kind of stunned and thankful. He would try to maybe wrap the knee up to kind of bind it together. No? Bad idea?
Oh.
Is that bad?
I
I don't.
mean, honey, you are not a doctor,
All right, fine.
I don't think I'm gonna fight you off.
No, 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 I won't do it. I won't do it.
but it'll be incredibly painful.
Yeah, let's not do that.
There's someone that can help.
uh, uh,
The veterinarian.
Yeah, okay, that
my
guy loves
best
me.
fucking friend.
Yeah, so I'd run down, see if I could find that person.
I still don't remember his name.
Veteran, the
Milton.
veterinarian.
Wait, Cody said
No, it
something.
was Dr. Mills, I think was
Dr.
his.
Mills. Okay.
That's Jerome to you, Willow.
Jerome
Yeah, there he
Mills.
is.
Kimmy,
Good
love
job.
you. Okay.
Or
All right. So you're looking for the veterinarian. Um, these hunks of mutilated flesh are laid out um in your around your compound. All of you that are outside or at windows can sense some things out in the darkness, in the distance, watching, waiting. Cole, you run through the compound looking for the veterinarian. Eventually, somebody says, "He's over there,"
Okay.
out beyond the back porch,
Mm-hmm.
eviscerated.
Oh, poor veterinarian.
get him up. He's got work to do.
He's eviscerated.
You could try to do Dabbler in the occult to do some necromancy if you want.
Oh, gross.
Well,
No,
I'm
I
just
don't want
joking.
to do that. That's
Everybody was
gross.
treating him like a jerk. I was just like,
Necromancy is an option.
no excuses.
Yeah. So instead, I would run back and try to find some of the others. Yeah, I would try to find some of the others.
Yeah, you see Marsha, Josh, Willow, and Freya kind of gathered.
I think they're all gone. James is really hurt. Um,
Oh,
I'm sorry. Yeah, James. James is really hurt upstairs. I think we need to do the ritual as soon as possible. Can some of you help me carry him down to the room?
All of you know
Yeah, I
that
can
like
look
James is probably not running around outside, so it's like, how did he get injured?
but wait, how bad is Josh?
Make up for
Josh
last
is
week.
Josh is bleeding. I don't you can tell Marsha that he's not going to bleed out easily. You can tell that, but he has a wound that, if left untreated, will likely, become infected at some point. And you know that a gash of that severity probably needs stitches.
I kind of want to wake up the veterinarian.
That's not an
I love you
option
so much.
anymore,
Thank you, Cody.
Willow.
Thank you.
I looked for him to help James, but he didn't make it through the attack.
Above table, is Malkuth cool with necromancy?
I'm not doing necromancy. It's just not happening.
I will.
Malkuth. So Willow, with at table level, Willow would know at this point that Malkuth wants to liberate you from your fucking chains. There is no rule except for do whatever the fuck you want to do, bitch. That's the rule.
Oh yeah. Let's go wake up the veterinarian.
Well, what do you
Beautiful.
mean wake up? He just said he was dead.
Look, we all know we can do some shit now. I have no idea how to do it, but we're gonna go try because there's a lot of dead and injured people that need medical attention. So let's go wake them up.
I don't think dead people need medical attention.
Oh, frazzled. They're
Um,
alive and injured people who need our help. And we can't do much without. I almost called him a doctor. He's not a doctor, but he's the best we've got.
excuse you, he has a doctorate
He's an animal
in
doctor.
veterinary
Not
medicine.
an MD.
Not an MD, so he's not a doctor?
That's
Okay,
pretty
Willow,
hateful.
you can't be a seducer, a liar, and like an elitist.
We
Come
have someone
on.
with a doctorate in.
I can. I
animal.
absolutely can.
Wow.
You had something with this guy, and now you're just like,
It was definitely
Well-
not something on one
He
side.
has what we need.
That's
And
just one
his
more reason
being
to bring him
dead
back.
isn't going to
They're
stop
not.
us from getting it.
Veterinarians are not MDs. They are just not.
But they're
doctors of
still
veterinary
have a
medicine.
doctorate.
They're
Yeah.
they're doctors of veterinary medicine. They're
I mean,
trained
that
to
does
work
not
on
call him a
animals.
doctor.
No?
But
Willow.
still has a doctorate.
Willow's such a dick.
World's ending. We're just like, he's not a real doctor.
You're right. This is what we're arguing about.
Okay, so the group of you began to like gather towards the back as I mean, I don't know, Cole, are you like, yeah, the veterinarian's over here?
I say that, and I say
Okay.
I think we really need to get to the ritual as soon as we can.
Okay.
Shit's happening.
Nayeli has come kind of coming down the stairs out into the back. She is, her hands are covered in blood. It looks like she has been kind of trying to help move people around. She sees the veterinarian. She gasps. She's sobbing. This is why I wanted to start right away.
It's our fault. It's our
Fuck.
fault, guys. It's our fault.
Willow, you know that Nayeli could help you.
I was just going to say, like, Nayeli, what's done is done. Dr. Mills, we need him. We can bring him back. We need to get shit done. Let's do this and then go do the ritual.
is it worth it though? Can't we find a better doctor, a real doctor?
Unless we go kidnap one, like I don't think so.
We don't really have time to be looking around for a real doctor.
Can we
Or a
do the
human
ritual
doctor.
with people in the state that they're in right now? I mean, we're going to be unchained. We're going to be transformed. Maybe it doesn't matter.
That is a good point.
You know?
You see Nayeli's eyes are like very, very red. But in this moment, she's not shedding tears, and she says, "We've waited long enough. Our people are suffering because we did not act. The very least we can do is find a way to help them have a bit of relief while the rest of you ascend. Willow, your intuition is perfectly correct as far as I can tell. We can do this. Cole, you can help or not. Where's James? Is he okay?
That would explain what happened to James and how he took the injury for me.
What injury? Is he alive?
He's alive. One of the creatures
Ugh,
burst through the door and
fuck.
crushed my knee, and he took that injury for himself. We should bring him down.
If we ascend, why can't James and Josh ascend? I mean,
They can, and they will. They must.
will they
But
ascend whole?
yes, Marcia, but they're not the only members of the congregation. Meanwhile, there are dozens of people that are bleeding to death, that have broken bones. Somebody must tend to them. James cannot take all of their pain away, or James will die.
I can pass it along.
To whom?
The veterinarian.
Oh no. We gave a pass for that, but it typically needs to be passed on to a living person.
That's fair. All right, Cole it is.
Just split it
Or
amongst the
Marsha.
group.
I think since Josh likes James better. I mean, we're just kind of useless now. So
So
I see what's happening. Just take me out of the equation. Have them all to yourself.
wow.
yeah, wait.
Nayeli,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was gonna
No,
say,
go ahead.
I can't wait for people to come back to the room where you left him with a broken fucking leg. Yep.
Nayeli admits that she has been working on this for a while and was looking for the right moment to try it out.
Oh, I don't like that.
There's she runs in and returns with a sewing kit full of needles and pins and string. And she says, "This won't take long with enough of a sacrifice."
While she's doing that, can I pull Willow away for a quick chat?
Yeah.
Always.
Willow, you remember that police officer? The one that during the chase that you made friends with?
Yeah, I do. Mhm.
What if you call him and see if you can get an ambulance down here to maybe help? Like, police, they have like direct lines to.
Yeah, I mean it's worth a shot. I mean, I don't know if we want to involve the authorities in quite this early, but we
Not
can.
not the authorities, not the authorities. Just tell him we need an ambulance. Like we need EMTs, no cops.
We need a little bit more than one ambulance.
Yeah, cops love it when you say don't send the cops.
Right.
You know what?
I mean, I'm sure I could seduce him into not calling his people.
Oh
But
God.
You'd have to do it for the EMTs too. Because remember, EMTs are not robots. They'll talk.
yeah, let me call him and discuss with him what it is we want, and I'll see how it goes.
All right. Thank you.
Anybody remember his name?
Okay, they're your things to keep track of.
You know what? That's fucking rude.
I'm not surprised that Willow doesn't remember their name.
Although,
Look, Willow's a user. He's
They're just
um,
like, oh, I don't need
unless
names.
there's a reason, Willow's just like, oh, I'll forget about that.
if I weren't so committed to ACAB, I would be so displeased. Okay, so you're like, boop, 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 boop. Hey, hey, Willow.
Hi there. No, we haven't talked in a while,
I know I've been
but
texting you every day, at least 3 or 4 times.
Ooh,
yeah, that tracks.
creepy.
Yeah, I've been a little busy, which is actually what I'm calling you about. You see, there's been a bit of an issue at my temporary residence, and we could use some medical support, but something we need to kind of keep under the radar. You know what I mean?
Willow, the reason I've been calling and texting you is because everything is in fucking chaos. The
Yeah, I've been
hospital
hearing
here
about
in
that.
the hospital here in B Caves is like totally overrun. I can go pick you up. You can jump in my truck and we can get the fuck out of town. Things are not going right. There's no EMT. Things are only going to get worse. We should leave now. Willow, I love you, and I'm willing to do anything for you. I'm willing to do anything to keep you alive. So we need to go.
God, I'm gonna sound like such a dick. Uh, I just, I'm just gonna say, bring your truck, bring anybody from the hospital that you can spare, bring any medicine that you can spare, and come here. And I'm just gonna hang out.
Total
I
dick
think
move.
you need.
That
I,
was
I,
so beautiful.
Wow.
Okay, so you're waiting for your as Marsha described him, your friend to come and with supplies and staff. You know that it won't be immediate. In the meantime, Nayeli bursts out of the house, her arms full of the tools of necromancy. Um, Come on, Willow, let's do this.
Willow is so down. Let's go.
She begins to put pins into the body of the veterinarian and to connect them carefully with string. And in the oldest language, she begins to utter a hymn. You can go ahead, Willow, and roll to dabble, and you can take a +4. Whoops. Did you
Okay, so is
pass?
that yeah, an 8?
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wait.
really bad.
That is really bad. Willow. Oh my God.
Does that
Willow
have
was
the plus
willing,
four in it
but
or not?
No, but even with a +4, it's an 8. It's still a failure.
Mhm.
So, Willow, you are so like riding the adrenaline from like bullying this cop that you totally fuck up Nayeli's ritual. Um, the veterinarian returns from the
oh no.
grave, but it is mindless. Its flesh loses its the flesh of the veterinarian even begins to sort of like lose memory of being a person, and it begins to sag and warp and curl, and soon enough you have this formless and this kind of like formless and mindless thing. Um, the only thing that lets you know that it is alive is that it is moving, crawling, twitching, and screaming in agony. The Yelly looks haunted, broken. Everyone that is around this thing, roll to keep it together.
That's fair.
I'm not here. I don't want any part of this.
Cole's like,
Fuck
I am
that.
not here. Okay, Willow, go ahead and take your 2 stability loss. Freya, take 1 stability loss, that which becomes 0. You're good.
Right.
And Josh, you're
And
good.
mine becomes 1.
Can I try divine on it?
Oh, Marsha, you fucking sicko. Of course. Great. So you realize that you can very easily control this thing.
And then I'm just gonna yell for somebody to kill it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to do something fun with it. That's fine.
I don't know what to do with it.
I mean, you could train
Right.
it to do tricks or something. I don't know.
Oh god.
Awesome.
No, not Marsha.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, Kimmy would keep it as a pet.
You'll do that.
So I would just destroy it, kill it. Because we know Marsha's not.
Where's Josh?
Yeah, can I shoot it?
Please, for the love of God. Yeah, kill it. I'm not even gonna let you need you to like pay a cost. It's too pathetic. Well, I guess the cost is just Nayeli's disgust at this failure. In the meantime, Willow's cop friend arrives. He has stolen an ambulance and
Nice.
at gunpoint forced a nurse and an EMT to come and help you.
Such a healthy relationship, Willow.
That's great, isn't it?
You did this to him.
What are we doing? We're raising corpses and this?
We're the good guys.
We should just do the ritual and be done with it.
At this point, I agree. I mean, we're just.
We should
Under
check on James.
We're making it worse.
under threat of death, the nurse and the EMT help patch up the remaining congregants. There are very few left. Maybe 12. Everyone else has been torn asunder.
Now, just a suggestion to everybody, and maybe not one you'd expect from me, but maybe just kill the cop.
What?
Kill a cop. Like, he's outlived his usefulness, and he's obviously not quite right in the head. So, just a suggestion.
What? No. What are we doing?
All right.
I mean,
We
I
have
can just
completely
release
lost
him
our
and be
moral
like,
compass.
I'm
We're
talking
not
above
murder,
the table, and
we're
that's
not being
fine.
murder hobos right now.
Yeah, I mean, like, let's end the campaign with murder.
That guy is threatening to murder the EMTs. So that
but I
they'll
can just tell
heal
him to stop, and he'll stop.
James, you see a frightened woman. She is probably in her 40s, kind of like a regular looking ass lady, frightened, tearful, enter your space. And she says, hey, hon, how are you? How are you doing? You okay? What's going on with you? And you see behind her a strapping and Aryan looking cop behind her.
and he has a gun.
Um, Yeah, you know that he's got a gun.
Well, I mean, has he got it on her? Like, it's
Yeah.
gritting my teeth looking at her and looking at him. Is there anybody I know besides? I mean, is there anybody I know here?
Would anyone escort um the EMT and the cop to
I think Josh is nursing his own wounds, so he probably wouldn't.
okay.
Freya's gonna look at Willow like, you brought him here. You do this.
Sorry, I blanked out for a second. What's up?
Escorting the cop up to and the EMT up to James.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna walk with the cop. The EMT will be in the front. And I kind of just want to be like put a hand on the cop's shoulder and be like, hey, let me see the gun. Like what you've done what you needed to do. Like let's take a step here.
If somebody doesn't control these two, the EMT and the nurse, they're probably just going to run off. They're not going
They're
to do
not
what
gonna
you
run off.
need. You could
They're here.
always, above the table, you could always seduce the EMT and the nurse.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
probably what's
exactly.
gonna happen.
Isn't their first rule like to help save?
Exactly. Like they're here. They're gonna do what they gotta do.
Uh, and EMT's first rule is actually to keep themselves safe.
All right, I take it back.
You can't help someone if you're not safe.
I
So,
was really
like,
hopeful they'd buy into that and then they'd run off.
yeah, just
Okay,
fair
just
warning.
making sure that um, Willow is not going to try to seduce the EMTs.
Well, if they try to run, yes, but I don't think they will.
Okay. Okay, with Willow there, um, the EMT goes, "Hey, let me help treat your friend, that one," and she points at Willow. And the others downstairs said, "You're injured, so let me see what's going on."
And just to see to make sure, the guy with the gun is still in the room, or is that a retcon since Willow took the gun down?
Willow took the gun,
Okay.
so the cop is hovering, perhaps, but is not holding a gun up to her.
Yeah. Okay. James doesn't have the fight to resist.
Okay. Your wound is treated, and you're given, like a little handful of anti-inflammatories or whatever. You're still in pain. You're still gonna need help to come downstairs and finish the ritual if you agree to continue.
Once she's done, do they all leave?
They can if you want them to.
It's up to them. I'm not really pushing anybody.
Yeah, I think there would be a probably. It seems like people really want to get this thing done, so there might be a push for you to like come down. Willow, would you push um for James to come down with you, or would you leave it up to him to have some time alone for a moment, or what?
Um, I think I would say like, hey, like I think it's about time. I think we're all gathering. Like I can help you downstairs, or if you want to take a minute, that's fine. But I think it's time.
Yeah, I just need a minute.
And then yeah,
Okay,
I let him do his thing.
James, you take a minute alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach into the cabinet, grab the bottle of booze, and throw it back as hard as I can.
As you should.
Champion, and then I'm going to grab the nearest available wooden stick-like object and use it as an impromptu cane and hobble my ass down.
Pisho, can I ask where's Oatly been throughout all this?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. So let's say that Oatly has been kind of flitting back and forth between like helping people that are injured, helping Nayeli momentarily with the necromancy that went awry. I mean, just kind of You notice they look overwhelmed, they look frightened, they look upset, disturbed. They're not hiding, they're just trying to keep it together, it seems like the rest of you.
Let's get to it.
Yeah.
Looks directly at Freya. And the look says it all. Same look I gave you at the end of the conversation with the dreaming. Is this what you want to do?
Just kind of nods like the world is literally going to shit and hell, and there's no other choice. We're gonna die one way or the other.
That's all he needs. He'll head into the ritual.
Everyone that's ready, everyone that's part of this inner circle is expected to take part.
How do we know this is going to go smoothly? You just tried that ritual on the vet, and that didn't go well.
Well, we don't know, but I mean, our other option is wait for more whatever the fuck those things were to come back.
Ritual on the vet? What? Well, it probably didn't work because I wasn't there.
I hope that's the reason.
It's definitely it, Marsha, if you think about it.
Nayeli looks perturbed by your question, Marsha. That ritual failed because there wasn't enough faith. It was just two of us trying to fight against the entire weight of the illusion that entraps us. For this ritual, every single one of us has to add contribute. Is there a chance that we will fail? Always. Nothing worth doing is without risk. But Marcia, now more than ever, I am begging you to have faith. I am begging you to believe that we can succeed. That you can succeed.
I think it's going to work. And I'm the descendant of the true prophet. Cole is a radiant being. Willow is the third, or the third gender. And then Freya is the chosen one since birth. And Josh is a warrior for the faith. And Marsha, you've been nothing but an absolute beacon of the faith itself. For you to have doubts now, like all of us, it's heartwarming. It's good to see. But there's no reason to doubt. We're here. We are here. And it's going to happen. We will be awakened.
So,
Nay-
wait. When Nayeli said things she said, Marcia felt a little bad about questioning. And then when James said what he said, she was like, the look on her face is, who the hell is this guy? Like, this is not the James she's ever seen. It's like he's the most devout person in this church, and she's like mouth open, like just staring at him, unbelieving what she's hearing and seeing.
Nayeli too reacts, but with gratitude. You see in her a deep, like, peace that has been missing for days as things have spiraled out of control. Um, there will be two opportunities to light the flame of awakening. All of us will do our part, and two of you must take responsibility for lighting the flame. You in this in kind of 5e terms, mechanically, you as a group, as a congregation, as a church, as a fellowship, will have advantage. Um, two of you will roll to dabble, and you will take the higher roll. Before we do that, we need to choose who will be um, doing that roll, and then everyone else must roll to help or hinder.
Stabler based off of soul.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's me and Cole. The flame of the waking world and the flame of the dreaming world. +4 soul, baby. It's like I couldn't have written it better.
Okay. So everyone else then roll to help or hinder using soul. Everyone takes their places. You sit down in the chairs
Yes.
around
Okay. 2, 4, 5.
We kind of knew Josh wasn't going to do great.
Yeah, this ain't my
But a
forte.
+5 is great.
Yeah.
around the table.
Oh, for sure.
Each of you is then by Nayeli and Jenny and even Melvin. Nayeli's husband helps. Each one of you is bound to your chair.
+5, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are going to take away 1 for Josh's failure.
Okay. More than fair.
Okay.
4.
So it'll be +4. And then the ceremony begins. Jenny steps to the back and observes.
Mm.
Nayeli climbs up on top of the table and begins to chant. All of you now are able to recognize and understand a language that seems older than time. First woman, she looks to Freya. First man, she looks to James. And the third, she looks to Willow. And their guardian, she looks to Josh. High Priestess. She looks to Marsha. High Priest. She looks at Cole. And High Cleric. She looks at Oldie. Nothing great can ever be achieved without great sacrifice. Her husband climbs up next to her. She and him both drop away their clothing, standing naked before the two of you. He takes a blade out from his clothes and he cuts Nayeli's throat.
Oh my gosh.
Her blood spills down over her body and onto the table, and the look on her face is of pride, of devotion, of love. Melvin goes next. He's helped by Jenny, who cuts his throat.
Oh my.
And their blood begins to mingle on the table, filling in every carved sigil and spiral and rune. And all of you begin to feel a familiar warmth. Josh, your family has been chasing that warmth for generations, going from place to place where they could hear its call, its beckoning. And in this moment, you realize that your parents wanted you to stay here. They left and you stayed, and that had been prophesied for more than a millennia. Marcia, you, in the darkest moments of your solitude, you always desired and longed for this warmth, and now you feel it blooming in your chest. Belonging and power. James, you begin to fall asleep. You leave behind the physical room and you sink into that glow, that warmth. The connection to your body begins to sever, and you are no longer in pain. Cool. Your love for your family is so strong. But you must leave it behind you to become one with the warmth, the glow that envelops you now. And there is no turning back. Freya, you lived a childhood full of fear. And you know that what your parents did to you was wrong. Even in this moment, as power, as extreme apathy begins to overwhelm you with that warmth and that glow. You can't be quite sure that you will ever forgive them. Willow, this is what you wanted. You never really could admit it to yourself before the veil was stripped away, straddling two worlds of Demic and Zealot wasn't quite right. But now you can integrate both. Limitless knowledge and limitless influence. You're getting just what you wanted. And in the coming moments, bodies are torn apart. Blood fills the space as bone cracks and warps, as limbs elongate, as eyes bulge. Suddenly, you can see it for what it is, this world. A mindless machine with thousands upon thousands, endless caverns and holes leading into dark and unknown spaces. You see all of it now, how a single flick of your elongated finger can cause the illusion to twist. Cities burning, high rises built in minutes, gates sealed or opened. This world is yours now to shape as you desire, now that you are awake. And with that, we will end tonight's session, the finale of Hymns of the Heretics, a Kult Divinity Lost story. Thank you for tuning in, those that did, and we will see you again someday soon when we return to the world of Kult. Good night.